Hunger gnaws at me as I stand, staring into the still empty trough. I run my snout along the cold metal, hoping to find but a morsel. This search is successful as its predecessors, and I fall back from the trough in frustration and turmoil. It has been almost a full day since the farmer has deemed fit to grace me with food. I feel hollow. Whatever I did to warrant such abuse, though I know not what it may be, I repent for it. I repent my sins to Farmer on high, that he may show me mercy and food. I hear the latch on the sty door lift, and I dart towards it. Oh, merciful, kind Farmer, he has found it in his heart to forgive this filthy poor and lavish him with food. But as I turn and bolt towards him, I see that though he has come, I am still unworthy of corn. What a wretched evil deed I must have committed. The farmer must weep to have such a heathen hog as me. My bolting turns to ambling as all energy leaves me and shame consumes me. I look up trying to show him that I am sorry for what happened, but he has already turned away from me and has left the gate open. Though I am crippled by starvation, I follow him out of the sty. Compelled by my own curiosity, I hurry along behind him. I have heard the sty door's latch lift many times, but I have also always heard its instant drop back into place as the farmer enters our abode, never allowing one of us out the door. I could never imagine why any of us would leave. We were fed, we were given water to drink and wash our faces in, we were given a warm place to sleep. In short, we were given a home. But now as I waddle along in the shadow, no longer am I given home. The openness sends a shiver through me. He enters the new pen, this one with the top. I hurry inside to escape the vastness, and I hear the reassuring sound of the latch dropping behind me. Ah, bliss. Hungry, hungry bliss. In my relief, I had failed to notice the two other humans standing in the pen. They stand on either side of me, arms stiff by their sides, just watching me. They are holding things, but I don't know what they are. One is short and shines, the other is long and doesn't. The farmer walks past me with naught but a glance in my direction towards, bless my swiny soul, towards the corner back at the back of the pen. I gather forward with the grace and speed of a stallion. He did hear my pleas for forgiveness and nourishment. Most kind, generous farmer. He heaves it past me to a small plate on the ground in the centre of the pen and pours but a little into it. I care not and thrust my snout in. The corn crunches between my teeth and I know pleasure again. Oh, the joys of absolution as the growling of my stomach begins to hush. One of the humans moves to the front of me. He is the one who carries the thing that does not shine. He raises it from his side, points the end at me. I look up. Bang! And fall to the floor, half blinded by the flash. Dazed, I feel myself being turned onto my back, the paws of the humans holding my legs up straight. I see the flash of thing that shines and feel a tear in my flesh. I feel it the same way I hear the farmer's servant barking in the far-off fields of the sheep. There is a distance that must be overcome for it to reach me, and when I finally does arrive, it's lost its edge. With the last light of life, I see that the thing that shines no longer shines. It drips. Next one is ever so slightly longer, but bear with me. Right. This one's called The Walk. The sun is high and the skies are set off, leaving my family so I can indulge my guilty pleasures without their scrutiny or judgment. I take the dog, a small but chubby brown and white mongrel named Billy, with me to give me my journey purpose in their eyes. He is, of course, excited by the trek and jumps all over me as I attempt to put the leash on him. Eventually I wrestled him to the ground long enough for me to get it on, but the whole time the need to save the demon was growing exponentially, becoming harder to ignore. As I walk beneath the sultry summer sun out of the estate and towards the track, the desire burns within me, but I cannot sate it just yet. I need privacy, seclusion, Eden. The dog trots obediently at my side, his tongue logging, restrained by the leash and my own pace, which is trying to hide the growing sense of urgency in me. He stops for a sniff and a quick piss for what is only mere seconds to a casual passerby, but to me seems like days of watching him squeeze out urine drop by fucking drop. As he finishes, I give the leash a sharp tug and usher him along. We get to the zebra crossing and zoom across with as much as a sideways glance for oncoming traffic. I hear the slamming of brakes and the roar of car horns, but my eyes are fixed in the forward position. We finally get to the track, an old railway line running through the town that has been long abandoned and paved over to become a walking track that goes on for several kilometres. I leave Billy off the lead and watch him toddle around as I keep walking at my brisk pace. The track is, as usual, is filled with others walking their dogs, power walking, jogging, cycling and so on, and I try to avoid eye contact with them so as not to invite interaction. I look everywhere else but their eyes. Normally I'd wager that even if I did glance at them, as they would not utter a single word to me, but I was not willing to take that bet today. My eyes wander over the greenery that has grown high to the side of the track, mostly shrubbery for the rats to hide in, and some berry bushes that I dare not plunder. The mongrel runs through these, following the usual routine of slipping and urination that has resulted in his sleeping outside. I keep ploughing ahead. I still have far to go and my discomfort is becoming unbearable. Sweat is forming on my brow from my increasingly brisk pace under the blazing heat of the sun. Billy tries to keep up with me but is consistently distracted by the greenery and stops to inspect it, so he falls quite far behind. So at this point I am beyond caring and reason that he needs the run anyway. I am about halfway there now, my paradise away from judging eyes of friends and even my family. I shouldn't have to hide this from them. They should be able to understand, but I know that they wouldn't. If they found out, everyone would know. But drowning in my worries has distracted me from my goal. When I emerge from the ocean and swim back to shore, I find a smiling, wrinkled face and a warm hello. Hello there, Sean. How are you, lad? I privately curse myself. I should have been alert now. I must stay and chat with her without giving the game away. Hi, Babs. Jesus, great to see you. I was off me one word. I pray my faint enthusiasm hides my suffering. I forcefully mould my face into an affable smile. You looked all right. How are you doing anyways? Any news? Nothing much. Yourself? I feel myself pale. Good God, what have I done? She takes no notice and begins. Well, it's funny you should ask actually. You know I work in secondary school as a lunch date and I do the first aid. I can't raise enough enthusiasm in my voice, so I give a nod. Well, there was this girl in there, Betty, I think she was. She just came in the place recently, I think she's in the fifth year. She's a lovely girl, you know, but a bit rough and tumbled, you know yourself. Anyway, she used to get on great with all the girls in her class, and some of the lads that miss her out in this, be relieved. But that's a different story. All the while she's talking, I can feel the demon gnawing at my resolve, taking little bites out of it. I plant my 2 feet into the ground to stop them from tapping and try and maintain my attentive expression. But whichever way it came out, it turns out that she's a traveller. Bang! Whole place turned on her. You know, story spread, most of it lies. Who could distinguish fact from fiction without the amount of it going around them? Anything going missing, she'd get calls no matter what. Or so Sarah, another girl in the place I'm talking to at lunch says. The muscles in my calves ache from clenching and unclenching so much. If she doesn't stop talking soon, I'll have a muscle strain. I need to get away, but how? Anyway, this week on Tuesday, I reckon there was a bit of an issue. One of the girls, what was her name? Doesn't matter. The point is she lost something valuable, a phone or a purse or whatever, and she was like a bull and went straight to Betty. Poor young one was at her locker when this one comes stomping up to her, accusing her of theft, and Betty at this point was sick of it. She paused, expecting me to be on the edge of my seat. I indulged her so I can get out of here. Go on, I said. What happened? Well, there's a few stories floating about, and I don't know which one is true, but all I know is that the girl that accused her came down to me with a pencil that stuck in the palm of her hand. I winced sincerely. Like the story this one fed me was that Betty went cracked and went for her eyes with the pencil and she flung her hand up as you would. Then it's all grown up now. There are a few women claiming Betty had her pinned to the ground and was trying to stab her with the pencil for ages, but she kept moving and finally got her in the hand. I'm bobbing on my toes at this point, sweating with the effort of maintaining the illusion. I reckon it's all bollocks, she says with a degree of certainty. Probably was an accident or something, but it doesn't matter. Poor Betty got suspended and I'd be surprised she came back at all. She shakes her head and gives a sigh. Right, I must be off. Got to go to the shops. Nice talking to you, Sean. And you, I say with genuine relief and start walking again. I can't afford not to stop like that. If I do, I will crack. I will dwell on this for a moment before I return my attention to my golden burn. I hear the scraping of claws on tarmac at my feet and see that my talk bad gave Billy enough time to catch up. His coat was covered in muck and his tongue is still lolling. I acknowledge him with a pat on the head and then doubling my pace. I look around and realise I'm only 2/3 of the way there. Temptation burns, my brow furrows with singular beads of sweat dripping from it and my teeth grind. Almost there I console myself. Almost there. But I'm in trouble again. The woman who does the singing at Mass every Sunday, Miss London, stands between me and my goal. She's a lovely tiny woman who on most occasions would be delighted to talk to, Now she's the bane of my existence. She is simply taking the scalding sun while the rain is away. Who can blame her? But if she sees me, she will want to talk, and she will not shut up if she does. And if I stop for anything, I'll go mad. So if I can't stop and hide, I'll stride forward, head down, and pray she doesn't recognize me. We're about to cross each other. Dudum. My chin is firmly tucked into my chest. Dudum. My pace is fast enough that she may only register me as a blur. Dudum. We pass each other. I keep moving. Dudum. Listening out for her footsteps to halt. Dudum. For her to pause in recognition. Dudum. She doesn't, and I sigh in relief and continue on my quest. Or that's nearly there. I see a landmark on the track that signifies I'm close to my destination. A lamppost at the bin for dog shit. Reminds me of Billy, and I give a quick look behind me to see where he is. He's quite far back, probably because he stopped to sniff the area as I was powering through Mr. London. Can't afford to wait for him. He knows where I'm going, and he has been on this walk before. I keep moving to where he familiar on my face so I can react accordingly. I will not stop for anything until I reach my destination. If I do, then I must indulge the beast prematurely, and all of this, all the tribulations will have been for naught. I see the gap in the greenery worn by people passing through it. My heart leaps into my throat. I give another backwards glance for Billy and see he's right behind me. He's panting heavily now. I think he's happy now. We made it, Billy, I think to myself. We got there. We turn off the track into a little marsh area, my Eden. We trek a little further into the boggy terrain until we get to the clearing. It is golden shaped with tall grass forming all sides, though it seems like an arena that is frequented only by me. I stand in the centre, let my desire burn a moment longer, so I can taste true pleasure and relief when I finally sate it. The dog is running about exploring, oblivious to my shameful pleasures. I let the expectation build in me until I can bear it no more, and the tears are stinging my eyes. I raise my hand above my head, my fingers gnarled, shove it down the back of me, pants through the box and scratch the cheeks. Relief and shame bathe me. The whirring of my fingernails on the itches of bliss like no other. I have sampled the pleasures of wine, food, warm bed and touch of a woman, but it did not equate to the moment of unbridled joy that I felt for that moment. I stand there for several moments, though it may have been longer, and I finish with a flurry. I extract my hand from my boxes and wipe my hands together quickly. I can go home now and finish my dinner, having done the deed that the family known. I look up and try to find the mongrel so I can get out and can put the leash back on, and I see Billy licking himself. Stupid dog, I mutter, and walk over to him.